I moved here in 1996. I was working for the state of California. My favorite coastal spot is probably MDO, but I've walked almost the whole coastline. In San Luis Obispo County, I worked for an organization called Coast Walk, and we would put on walks along the coast. Hiking the shoreline is really one of my favorites because I learn so much every time I'm out there on the tide lines. I'm very concerned about overpopulation and loving a place to death. It's as much as I want to share this with people, I think that we need to be really careful of the resource, and I don't know how that's going to turn out at this point. San Luis Obispo is a gorgeous, gorgeous place, and it's going to take a lot to keep it that way. In 2014, the Coastal Commission suggested that the king tides would be a good way to see where sea level rise was going to be in 20 years. And so I came out here and took some pictures, actually at this spot. And then I've been watching it over the years, and I've seen the creek change. It now does not go straight to the ocean. It comes along this pathway right down through here and meets up with Pismo Creek. And that's made quite a difference for the birds and the lagoon areas. This is actually a new lagoon, because it comes and goes, but the ducks and the herons and the grebes and those guys really love it. Sea level rise is only one part of what's going on with climate change, and this has never happened before. This is human-caused climate change, and we really don't know what's going to happen. My concern is that future generations won't be able to enjoy this the way that I do. And I've been really blessed to be here during this period, and I would like future generations to be able to see that. The things that we can do is just start looking at our planet as a place that's very fragile and needs to be taken care of. I try and reduce my carbon footprint by being a conscientious consumer. I try not to buy plastic, and if I do, I reuse it as much as possible and make sure that it goes, when it does go into the trash, that it goes into a recycling bin. I'm really concerned about the little pellet plastics that get into the ocean. Those are really hard on the wildlife and the fish. The other thing is that I walk wherever I can and try to do multiple errands when I take my car out. So it's the only one we've got. And even though we may be smart enough to get to Mars, we really need to be careful of what we're doing with this planet first and take care of it before we go and ruin another planet.